Hey, hi everybody. Thanks for stopping by and checking this thing out, right? Listen, I do believe time heals all wounds. You say, what kind of wounds are you talking about, man? I'm talking about if you're a divorced man, you've learned this the hard way, right? If you've been a divorced man and you've been trying to figure things out, trying to get yourself back together, time doesn't heal what you keep swallowing. That's why you're still in the same space that you're in. Time doesn't heal what you're pretending like doesn't exist, right? All those things, pretending, swallowing, right? Time teaches you how to function, right? It'll give you that. You already know how to function, right? Time will do that for you, but it's time to heal because the weight's still in your chest. Listen, my name is Jeff Tyson, and I'm founder of Comeback King Enterprises, and I believe that time heals all wounds if you begin to deal with it, if you face the very thing that you're running from. So I got a couple notes here. I want you to say, right? I mean, I get it. I get it. There's things that you truly miss. You miss the home life that you had. You miss your spouse, that you had. You miss children if you had them. You had a family. Listen, creating a family, having a family, growing a family, creating a family, man, that's a gift. I know. Listen, and by the way, I qualified to talk to you fellas about this situation, right? I mean, I talk about it when I talk about this subject, but I share it freely that I blew up a marriage that I thought would last forever because I made some bad choices. Right? It wasn't a marriage that I was running away from, man. We were happy, we were doing things. Again, it's the three of us, and man, we lived life full out until we didn't. Right? So I qualify for this discussion in all kinds of ways. But if you are like me and your heart is tore off and your feelings and all that stuff is how it was for me a long time ago, then I got you. And if you're angry, listen, anger hides a lot of other feelings that you have. So you do qualify too. So it's something here for all of you, right? So I want to invite you to a free webinar. I'm look at the information so I don't mess it up, right? Because this is going to be a recording that you hear, right? And it's going to be streaming live, and it won't be any Zoom link or anything like that. So you got to put it on your calendar. We will remind those of you that we ask you to do something, and we'll send you a reminder. But you got to put this on your calendars. So what are you going to do, fellas? You're going to put it on your calendar. Here's the time frame. It's Saturday, 2/7. I believe that's 2/7. Saturday, 11 a.m. Central Time. We want you to show up early. Call your friends that you know are in this situation or some partners, whoever you got to call, so that you can catch this thing, so you guys can go through it together afterwards, right? So the 7th, 11 a.m. Central Time, streaming on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. But I don't know that it'll be time because it's tomorrow, right? So you'll get this message in the morning while you're having your Cheerios or your cornflakes or whatever you eat, right? You're gonna get this about that time in the morning, right? So and you might get it at midnight. I ain't for sure how they're gonna do it. But anyway, be on it when you hear it. Write this stuff down, man, because there is no replay. I'm gonna give you one promise. We talk about the mirror moment. That moment when you look in the mirror, listen, I know you guys know what I'm talking about. When you talk about dodging the person looking back at you in the mirror, man, I know when I was all in, keeping everything on that tough and all that stuff. Like, what did I talk about at the beginning? Carrying that weight around in my chest, pretending like nothing really happened, or trying to get through it all the best way I could till I couldn't. So the mirror moment is going to give you three different things, but we're only going to focus on the one thing because I want you to know that by the time we're done talking tomorrow, you're going to have a different feeling about yourself. You're going to have the idea that, man, two things. Um, there's some hope that I can flip this thing around the right way. Deal with the pain the right way, not be hiding behind the mask anymore, man. All those things, right? Get some freedom. So, one thing out of three, that's all you got to focus on. So, don't make any excuses about not being able to get there. You want to be here for this webinar, my free webinar, right? And then stop. I will tell you, this is for you. The divorce is final. If you're divorced, but your mind isn't, right? If you're still kind of lingering, you still got some funk going on around there, you're carrying anger, regret, loneliness, guilt. Keeping all that stuff in silence. I already talked about suffering in silence. If I didn't, I'm gonna tell you now, you don't have to suffer in silence. You're tired of being the strong one while feeling stuck inside. What is real strength? When you know and you know that you really don't have yourself together yet. You really got some things going on the inside that you got to get figured out. Because I'm gonna tell you something, it's gonna show up in other areas of your life sooner or later until you deal with it, man. So you're tired of being strong, you're ready for a clear, practical framework, then you need to be with us tomorrow at 11 o'clock Central. When you hear us, write it down. No excuses. You know, we'll get in and get out. We'll keep it real, conversation like, and we'll make it happen for you. Comment mirror if you're coming live. When you hear this, comment mirror if you're coming live, and then I'll be able to, and then drop me an email or something. I can send you a little notice or something so you don't miss. We'll do something like that to help you make sure you do not miss this, because I don't believe there's going to be, or there might be. Well, I don't know if it's going to be recording or not, but you want to be here live, man, because we're going to keep it real and keep it moving. P.S. If you don't have to wait to figure it all out, you just have to be willing to face the mirror. So when you hear this message, for the rest of your life, whether you come to this or not, you're going to think about me when I talk about who is looking back at you when you really look in the mirror, not when you're glancing in the mirror, not when you're looking past yourself in the mirror, but when you pause and you lift your head up and you look into the eyes of the person that's looking back at you. Until you can really do that, man, you're going to be skipping through life, dodging, hiding, keeping that mask up. So what are you going to do? You're going to show up tomorrow, 11 o'clock Central Time. Oh, boy. Ready to get one thing that can finally give you some relief, one thing that can give you some peace, one thing for sure that works if you use it, and begin a new journey. And the comeback, man, the comeback starts now. Your comeback starts now, baby. And I'm going to tell you something. For those fellas out there that are really looking to get remarried or want to like relationships, and you may, maybe she cheated on you. I don't know what happened, but you're in this situation and you're lost and not sure what to do next. I'm going to help you out with that. Because look, before I leave, I'm going to tell you something. For those of you that are looking to find love again and like the marriage, like the idea around it, some of you were players and weren't the right thing anyway, should be married anyway. But for those of you out there that won't do that, man, look, I'll tell you, I went from balled up and curled up in a ball, struggling through things. I was battling, trying to keep my business, tied to the housing market back in the ground, all that stuff going on, right? But man, when we work on ourselves and we find out that we can love again, and guess who's the first person that we love? Ourselves. That's right. When you find self-love again, man, then all other things are possible, and they are. I found the woman of my dreams, man. We were married 15 years, and she had a daughter. We have a daughter, and she got married and got grandkids, man, and we're raised, being part of their lives, and just, man. Ooh-wee. A long, far walk from when I was curled up in the ball a long, long time ago. So stop suffering in silence. Last time, write down the information. Make sure you are there. The times are there. And if you can't find it, and you miss it, something like that, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You can find me anywhere. Come back King. Jeff Tyson with a G. All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, I don't know what time. We'll see you shortly. Okay. Take care, guys. Get registered. Keep it, the registration. See you later. Bye-bye.